Hi, crafty friends. Are you guys ready for 5 I was going to say Walmart. It's not Walmart. Wallpaper hacks from the Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness. Well, first up is I grabbed one of the notebooks that was in the kind of like school supply section, and I thought, let's use the wallpaper. I'm going to cover the whole book. I know a lot of people like to leave the spine, but I thought, let's do the whole thing, and then I'm just going to wrap it around the edges. Now, you could trim these edges right up next to it if you wanted to, but I want to wrap it around because I'm going to use another piece of wallpaper that's kind of matching but not matching to close in that center part so you don't see all that. But if you wanted to see what was on those edges, you could totally just, trim it right around and it would hold just as nicely. But I thought, well, we have the one that has the gold on it, so why not add that in there as well? Now, if you wanted to leave that spine just how it is, all you would have to do is just trim up to the spine rather than wrapping the whole piece all the way around. So this is the one I'm going to use for the inside just to cover that. So I thought I had, listen, y'all, I don't measure. Hi, I'm Bonnie and I don't measure. I know. I just eyeball it. And then that way, you're like, oh, well, okay, that didn't fit exactly. So then we'll just trim it a little bit more and put it where it needs to be. And I also grabbed out my corner rounder that I've had from, oh my gosh, forever from the scrapbooking days. That way it will match the rounded corners right there of how the notebook came. But you totally wouldn't have to do that. And if you didn't have one of the corner rounders, you could easily just cut it with your, just make the corner with your scissors. So we're just going to put this on the inside. I thought these two looked really cute together. I love the ones on the outside with the flowers. So much fun. So I thought, it would be fun to do one notebook one way and one notebook the other way, but so pretty. I just love it, love it, love it. And then this is the other side. We're going to get that covered in, and bada bing, bada boom, we have a really cute notebook that is decorative, which I love. So how about project number 2? Again, easy peasy. We're going to go with file folders. So I grabbed a pack of them at the Dollar Tree, and I ended up covering the whole front of this. And then I was like, okay, wait, I have more things. What can we do? I had, the pieces that I've cut off as I've done these different projects. I was like, one of them I used and I did horizontal. It was like a thin piece. So you wouldn't have to cover the whole thing, but just adding a little bit here and there, I think would be super fun too. So that's what I did. I used up all my scraps. I did some of them horizontal stripe, some of them vertical stripe. So just have fun with that. I was even thinking, oh man, if I would have thought of this when I was doing it, so now I have to go back and do it, I'm going to cut out some of the flowers and just kind of have those on the front just to kind of make everything have a little bit of personalization. Here's those pieces that I was talking about that I cut off. That way you can just add them on if you don't want to cover the whole. And I just covered the fronts. Like you could do front and backs if you wanted, but I just like the idea of, when it's sitting in the stand, you see all the cuteness. That's what I was thinking. So once I kind of got everything trimmed down, I did the straight edge. I used my ruler to do the straight edge, but like around the little corners and stuff and where that little tab sticks up, I just trimmed that with my scissors and that worked out really well. This, if you guys haven't seen this wallpaper yet, it's kind of thick. So, you just got to be careful I've noticed when I'm trimming it, because sometimes it'll tear just a little bit. But again, we're just going to open this back up, and then I'm just going to get my ruler and we're going to trim those straight lines and then go back, like I said, and just the little rounded edges and around where that little tab sticks up, just do that. But see where I'm saying you could use all these little bits and pieces. So like I hardly threw anything away because I was like, we're going to decorate the rest of ththese folders just to add a little fun to that. But again, totally going back and cutting out a flower because I think that would be super cute. I don't know why I didn't think of that in the beginning. Oh, well, that happens. It happens with our creativity. But friends, look how adorable this is. I just love it. All right. Are you guys ready for project number 3? This one is super easy. So they have these index cards and they have this little cover on them and the little elastic. So I thought, let's take that cover off it's kind of thicker, and then we're going to again use some of the scrap pieces, and we're going to cover that. Now I decided on this to wrap the piece all the way around to the back of this cover. That way, on the other side when you're flipping them around, easy peasy. Now on the back of these, there's also one that's a little bit thicker, and that's what had that a little elastic band on. So same thing back there, just put it down, trace out where you need it to be, cut off all the edges. But one thing I had to do, I didn't think about this when I was doing it. So I laid it flat and I folded over the first part and I was like, oh, here we go. And then I folded over the second side and I was like, oh, wait, I can't really tell where the crease is anymore. And I didn't want to mess up that front cover. So I ended up taking one of the note cards and laying it on top when I was trimming. The cover and the back cover, the front and the back, they're just a little bit bigger, not much. So that helped me to be where I could cut it and not mess up that front. And it's just super easy. You can just put it right back on the little ring, and then you have a really quick, easy decorative. Like you see the whole thing, like it's all matchy-matchy. I love that. I love that so much. And this one, I actually went back. I had another piece from the other one, the white and the gold. I had like a little strip left. So I went back and I was like, ooh, I'm going to add a little strip across that where you get a little bit of both of them. So you could totally have fun with this, guys. You could also do this if you can't find the wallpaper. I know some people are like, man, my Dollar Tree's already out of the wallpaper. You could do the same thing with the contact paper at Dollar Tree that they have in the like the kitchen section. The contact paper would be fun to do this with as well. But I just thought this wallpaper was adorable. So I'm just kind of punching where that hole was. Again, just making sure I got where the hole was. So I put that on there just to make sure that it was all the way around. Yeah, I know. Just leave it to me to mess it up. I didn't, but that's why I was like, oh, we better use that. But this is so easy and so fun, and what a way to jazz up what you got. So look how cute this is. I love it so much, friends. All right, are we ready for project number 4? Oh, I love this one. All right, so I grabbed a Dollar Tree clipboard. We're going to take off the tag, and then we're going to put the wallpaper straight over the top. Now, you can't remove the little clip at the top. Okay, maybe you can. I couldn't figure out how to do it, but that's okay. So all I did was I just kind of, measured everything up to where the little metal piece is and kind of like pushed it where I could see like the crease. And then I took some scissors and trimmed it. And, I just kind of made it work. And then after I got done, I was like, holy moly, I could have rub and buffed that. So it's, because everything's gold here that we're doing, right? I could have rub and buffed that silver. Why did I not do that into gold? So the next one I'm going to do that. I didn't want to do it now because I had already put the paper down. I guess I could have probably put like some painter's tape down, and that would have, oh, there we go. I'm going to try that. I'm going to put down some painter's tape, and then I'm going to do some rub and buff because I think that would be fun. So I'm just kind of cutting this centerpiece out, as you can see here, just so it's easier to see, because this metal bracket that's on here, it's not on there straight. So I was trying to make it as best I could, like get all the extra pieces out so I could see really good. So just take your time with this part. You probably could use an X-Acto knife. I'm using the box cutter because, again, friends, I keep misplacing my X-Acto knife. Like, I do not know where this thing sneaks off to. And I've bought like 3 now, and I still can't find them. So I don't know. I'm blaming something, but I don't know what it is. But anyways, just take your time. Just kind of measure where you need it to go. Then you can cut the bigger parts and then just kind of fit it right around it. I was kind of thinking I would have to add something to the top, but that little clipboard part is all the way to the top of that. So I didn't even have to worry about that, which was nice. So I was even thinking here, if you wanted to, you could add, again, from all the scraps, you could add another piece just to kind of like tie them both together. But I just used some sandpaper and just kind of started working around. I trimmed off any excess, and look how adorable this is. All right. And project number 5, friends. So here is the last one. So decorative frame for your desk. Okay. 2 ways to do this. First, on this frame, there is like the matting. So the first, I covered the mat in this decorative wallpaper. Again, you could do this with contact paper. That would be super cute. And then you could just put a picture in there. Or I got one of those really cool hearts that came out, you know, the wooden ones with the little like faux beads around it. And I thought, oh my gosh, let's put that over the top of the frame just for something fun and different. So like I said, this is kind of like a twofer project. I did the inside part, you know, the frame, no, that'd be matting. Wow, words are hard today. And I did the same thing where I just laid it down, cut a big X in the middle, and then just trimmed everything back. I just folded it over on itself. And then what I decided to do, there was also the piece of paper in here that looks like the picture. So I took that, and we will use another piece of the wallpaper, and I will completely cover that and then add the heart over the top, because the heart is actually bigger than the frame, but I thought it would be super fun. I just thought the heart was cute with this wallpaper. So again, you could do this however you wanted. You could even cover the frame if you wanted to. I've seen where they've wallpapered a frame and then wallpapered the matting on the inside, and holy smokes, it was adorable. Adorable, adorable. So you can see here, I'm just folding over. If you just wanted to trim that off, you could. I just kind of felt like folding it over was easier. And then all you have to do is just put it back in the frame and then add a picture. It's super easy. But here's where I was saying, here's that other piece. So let's completely cover this. We will put that in the frame, and then we can put something on the outside. I know a lot of people think a frame, you got to put something on the inside, but friends, putting something on the outside that's decorative over the top of it is another fun way to use the Dollar Tree frames with something fun that you have. And the great part is you can just take off that thing that's on the outside and decorate it with something else. Look how cute this is. So friends, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more crafty funs. Thanks so much.